And the Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, was confronted over the withdrawal of the winter fuel allowance by a voter as she handed out mince pies in her West Yorkshire constituency over the weekend. Good bit of direct democracy there. Shall we have a little look?
Betrayed everything that everybody voted for you for, in everything. Well, smashing gangs, loads of rubbish, you know it, and you're going to house a load of them around here. We know you are. We know your plans.
Well, actually, do you know we're already...
Yeah,
we are already cutting the asylum hotels.
What about when you got that photo done and all that with Waspy women?
Yeah, we are already...
Changed your mind with that?
We are already cutting the asylum hotels.
You know, you've got more.
No,
You're not getting next time with that. Good luck to you. That is so two-faced. Getting a mince pie out.
Yeah. It's a nice tradition for Christmas.
No. Give them a blanket because they're freezing to death.
Well, I'm delighted to say that the woman from that video, Amanda Jane Hunt, joins me now. Amanda, how are you?
Well, it's been a funny 24 hours.
Well, look, hey, you spoke for millions of people, I think it's fair to say that. So good for you. I thought you weren't shouting and swearing, you know, you kept yourself together and you made your point and everything. Why did you feel so strongly about that? Why did you want to say that to Yvette Cooper?
Well, if I can first of all say that when I actually, I didn't mean to video it. This is me and technology. By the way, I'm not a disgruntled pensioner. I hope you can see that. I'm actually 52, but anyway. So I went into Morrison's and I actually saw Yvette there and I thought I'd get a quick photograph. So I thought I'd press the photograph button and then put my phone down. This is why there's no faces in or anything. It was only when I got home that when I was going through my phone, I saw there were a video and then one of my children's uploaded it onto TikTok and then this has all happened. So I never meant to attack her. But the thing was, I saw Yvette handing mince pies out, which she hadn't bought, she hadn't paid for. They was donated by Morrison's of Nottingham. So it hasn't come out of Yvette's pocket at all. So she stands there. It's another publicity stunt that we see in Nottingham time and time again with Yvette. Another broken promise with everything she does. And I think people have had enough of it. And I wanted to go and speak to her and just tell her how I feel. I didn't want to attack her. I don't believe in violence and attacking MPs. And as I said to her, I am allowed to speak to you though, aren't I? And she did say yes. So, yeah, I did go on a little bit of a rant. There's a lot of things that I'm a bit upset with the Labour Party. I've always been Labour. I've always voted Labour.
So you voted for her, Amanda? Did you just so we're clear?
I didn't. No, I didn't last time. No, I didn't last time. No.
Why?
To be honest, because with Yvette Cooper being our MP, we've had amazing things in our constituency. We had a marvellous hospital, Pontefract Hospital. We've had 3 swimming baths. We've had a library. We had a sports centre. They've all gone. We've nothing left, especially in Nottingham. There's nothing. It's just more and more green land getting built on with houses. We've nothing. Nowhere for anybody. And each time Yvette has promised and done all these, you know, publicity things that she's going to help. And it's another lie. Same as with the lies for pies. You know, it's bull, basically.
So you thought, I think one of the lines at the end of that there was something like, you shouldn't be giving out mince pies, you should be giving blankets to pensioners. So you said something along those lines. I know it's an issue that our viewers and listeners care deeply about. You also mentioned the Waspy women. Now, with that, right, there's an economic argument that we haven't just got 10.8 billion, but it's the lies, isn't it? Yeah. It's Yvette Cooper standing in front of a load of Waspy women saying, I'm going to fight, putting on a more Yorkshire accent than the one she uses when she's on telly down here, by the way, and saying, oh, we're going to stand by these women, we're going to fight for them, and then she gets in power, and they're out on the backside, aren't they? So, yeah.
And this is what I'm annoyed about. And this is what a lot of people now, especially in Nottingham in this area, are really annoyed with the Labour at the moment. It's as though they've come into power. And a lot of people have voted from round here because a lot of people are Labour true and true. If you put a red rose out on a donkey's arse, they'll vote for it. So basically, sorry, that's me. That's how I speak. I'm York. But basically, they feel let down because it's as though from day one, they've given pay rises to all these train drivers and everything. All this money they're sending away abroad. They're doing 22 billion. They keep going on about a 22 billion black hole. They're doing 22 billion, I think, on a carbon capture.
Yeah,
things that are just absolutely stupid. They're sending more money, you know, abroad into climate to help them and things like that. What about us, Patrick? You know, what about this country? It's as though we're being told it's tough and you're going to pay for it. And then he goes, oh, he's under stress now, he's going on holiday. But no, I just want to say, though, I really don't. Just outside Morrison's in Nottingham, there's always a guy, he's there nearly every day, he's homeless, Patrick. I speak to him every time I go in. I went and spoke to him today and I said to him, can I ask you, did Yvette Cooper offer you a mince pie? He said, you know, she stood 2 feet away from me, never offered me a mince pie and never acknowledged me. And that's Yvette Cooper. Don't believe anything else about handing mince pies out. She doesn't care about the people here.
Right.
Sorry, but she doesn't.
Never apologise for having
And
your
I'm
views.
not a activist, by the way.
I'm just wondering what time your show starts on GB News, actually. But look, hey, I'm going to do my bit here now and say that what Yvette Cooper would probably say is they've inherited a £22 billion black hole. We need to have sympathy for them, and that she probably didn't see that homeless man outside Morrison's. Otherwise, she would have offered him a mince pie. Well, but I think I've just got to say that. So, Amanda, thank you very much. Thank you. Look, have a wonderful Christmas. Can I just say as well, I think this is a really interesting thing, right? Because you're a normal person, Amanda, and you're in a Labour constituency with a history of voting Labour, and you're clued up on your facts, and you have come to your own conclusions about the current state of this Labour government. And goodness gracious me, that's got what I think it's called cut through, when people come out and say
about my country, and at the minute I'm seeing in a mess.
Right. Well, Amanda, well, there you go. All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Amanda Jane Hunt there. I'll talk to you soon. But this is the story that I wanted to get stuck into now. So it's Keir Starmer, and his Christmas message has been revealed. So shall I give you a flavour of what our dear leader is going to be saying? Better, brighter future for every person. The Prime Minister said the season was a time to remember the importance of being there for one another, including in more difficult times. He calls for peace, particularly in the Middle East, as the birthplace of the Christmas story. He goes on to say, this Christmas people will be travelling up and down the country, heading home, visiting relatives and loved ones, to celebrate together the hope and joy of this special season. It's a time to remind ourselves what's really important: family, friendship, the fellowship between all people, being there for one another in these celebrations as well as in difficult times. That's a flavour of what the Prime Minister is going to be saying in his Christmas message. Aman, you look disgusted by that.
I mean, look, he's not going to be there for the country over the New Year because he's buggering off again overseas, and that's the theme of his Prime Minister.
You don't think he deserves a holiday? I mean, what do you make of that?
Well, look, he spent more time overseas than he spent here. Right? Whenever he comes back to the UK, we think, oh, well, he's going to be... Yeah. It is true. He spent more than 70 days overseas. That's an incredible amount of time for a Prime Minister.
It's not what you said, though, is it? Most of it on a private jet.
Most of it on a private jet. The same jet that they all lambasted Boris for painting a Union Jack on the tail off. And let's not forget, he spent some of it prostrating in front of the Chinese president.
You have a loose relationship with facts, because it's not most of the time. It's not a private jet, it's the state plane.
Oh, now it's a state plane, is it?
But it literally is.
The semantics there, Benjamin.
And people weren't complaining about Boris Johnson using the state RAF plane.
Oh, well,
the
Labour Party was
paying £500,000 to go to Australia on a private plane. That was...
Well, as Foreign Secretary, doing a job.
You didn't need a private plane.
Do you think, Suzanne, that at this time...
anyway... Honestly,
anything else?
There's
no substance in his message.
This truly is a Christmas episode because we're all having a fight about politics. So,
well, of course, yeah.
It's truly the spirit.
Suzanne, do you think, at this time of great national crisis, where we need someone, we need a leader, we need someone who can stand there and deliver a message that we can all get behind?
Yeah, it's not
step forward, Keir Starmer.
It's not going to win any prizes, is it? I mean, what a dire, boring message. And as for him going on holiday, he was complaining yesterday, I'm so stressed. Well, what did you think the job of being PM entailed?
What, knocking off at 6 o'clock?
What?
Yeah.
Who
Honestly.
can forget that?
No, but again, it is, I'm sorry to say it, but it's the kind of person who has spent a huge amount of time working in the public sector.
Yes.
And then they think, oh, gosh, hang on a minute, what you're telling me is that I haven't got rigid, fixed working hours.
Oh, come off it. Look, I think anybody that's done the job of Prime Minister has an unbearably difficult job at times.
Well,
very few of us could do it. Yeah, and he does it, and he clearly works incredibly hard.
Benjamin, I could do it better than
that. I don't believe that.
Well, I think
for many reasons. But can I just point out, I think in this day and age, we're so splintered as a society that I don't think any politician, any Prime Minister can have a message of unity.
OK, all right.